Hi everyone, so for today's video I thought I would talk about something that's actually happening next month, and that is Camp NaNoWriMo. And I'm not actually going to be writing anything for Camp NaNoWriMo this year for April, but hopefully I will be for July, because I'm going to take part in both this year. And then obviously I'm going to be taking part in NaNoWriMo this year, at the end of this year as well. But I thought it'd be quite interesting to quickly talk about it on here. And if my voice sounds a little off, it's because I do feel a little bit ill and I probably should be taking some sort of medication, but at the moment I feel like I can't. My illness aside, today I thought I'd quickly talk about my Camp NaNoWriMo project. And the project that I will be working on for Camp Nano will be the definition of love. And it will be the outline. I have been working on it already, but because it's nowhere near being finished, it's something that I'd quite like to work on and get done, hopefully by the end of April, or like between April and May. I'd quite like to get it finished and done. I don't really have a set deadline for when I want to get it done, but it would be nice to get it done between April and May. Some of you don't know, I will quickly talk about what the definition of love is about. I will quickly get up my Camp NaNoWriMo synopsis for you. My project, the definition of love, is a new adult romantic contemporary novel, like contemporary romance kind of thing. And I do have a page-long synopsis on here, but I'm just going to kind of pick out the parts that I think you'd be most interested in, and I don't really want to give any spoilers away, which I have actually done in the synopsis. I'll also leave a link to my Camp NaNoWriMo profile in the description below if you're interested in that. The definition of love is about two people, Lenny and Colton. Lenny's very confident, she's got her stuff together, and she's a lifeguard at the local pool. Colton is very much the opposite. He's jobless, depressed, and he's been depressed ever since his parents died. He's also quite reserved when it comes to telling people about his condition, including Lenny. Lenny and Colton meet at the local pool for the first time, but they go to college together, hence why they recognise each other. They live in a fictional village called Upfield Ridge. Lenny lives in a house with her two sisters, Alessia and Tasman, and her grandparents, Gloria and Dennis. Colton lives with Sander, his brother, who is secretly depressed, in a flat. As Lenny and Colton both get to know each other a lot more, it eventually comes out that Colton is depressed. So Lenny starts getting stressful, so to deal with this, she starts self-harming, and Colton is the very first one to find out. Lenny has been dealing with anxiety for a few years and is medicated, but it gets worse as Gabe, a co-worker of Lenny's, starts hating on her because she's a lot better than him. Eventually, their boss finds out about the incidents between them and fires Gabe. And that is actually the starting point for the whole story. I'm not going to read out the rest to you because I feel like that's going to spoil everything. And essentially, because I have been working on the outline for a while now already, it's something that I am going to continue doing throughout Camp NaNoWriMo in April, and then hopefully in July I will be writing it, either starting to write it or maybe already slightly into the story. This is a real passion project for me, and it's something that's very close to my heart, and I think that's why I'm so passionate about it. And I actually got the idea for this novel when I was in a very rough patch with a friend of mine. He was going through a tough time, I was going through a tough time, and that's how I got inspiration for the definition of love. And the title actually came to me pretty easily. Basically, I was watching a video of Shane Wright's, and she actually used to have a novel called The Definition of Impossible, and that's kind of how I got the idea for my book title. I was thinking like, oh, The Definition of Love, like if a book was titled The Definition of Love, what would it be about? And I believe I actually got the title idea first, and then I got the plot idea. the two of them just kind of came together. I've completely outlined part 1, and then I've got all of my scene ideas for the rest of the parts, and I'm currently outlining part 2, and then I'll be moving on to the next 3 parts, 3, 4 and 5. I've also recently come up with some new scene ideas, and I thought, you know, I might as well turn this into a bit of an update as well, and just quickly say that. But I have had a couple new scene ideas recently, and that's because I actually added in an element that I felt was necessary. And it's basically just a park bench, and you would think like, oh my god, like what scene ideas can you come up with to fit around a park bench? You would be surprised. I actually kind of want to read them out to you. I'll read out the short one because otherwise we might be here all day. And I have marked this on the back that it's either going to be part 3 at the end or part 4 at the beginning. So I do actually write these scene ideas down, and then on the back I write down like which part it would fit in the most. But that's all I've gotten so far. It's not set in stone yet either. And this is just an example of a scene. I'm not going to read any of my other ones out. So there is a bit of a spoiler, but I'm not going to spoil it too much for you. Lenny sits down on a bench in the park late at night and cries. She's struggling with her anxiety again. Matt finds her there and takes her home and helps her into bed. She falls asleep almost straight away. And if none of you know who Matt is, he is actually another one of the lifeguards at the local pool. So he is Lenny's co-worker and colleague. And that is all I have to say for this video. If you enjoyed it, make sure to give it a big thumbs up. Also subscribe if you would like to see more writing videos from me. And I will see you on Thursday with a brand new video. Thank you for watching. What was that? Thanks for watching. Bye!